and welcome to a catch-up vlog. I've just been over to Costa and picked up a mint hot chocolate, which is my favourite Christmas drink of the season. I've tried quite a few. This is my conclusion. The mint hot chocolate. I love an after 8 mint, or specifically Waitrose sell these little circle rounds. In fact, I'll just show you a picture of these ones. They are so good. So to me, minty chocolate, I don't know, is just divine. Oh, it's so comforting and warming. And I also treated myself to a little chocolate tiffin. Aren't they just so good though? Lovely. Right, well, you guys know the drill by now. I've got some notes. We've got quite a lot to go through. I thought maybe we could talk about things that have been happening, things that are coming up in January, but also I want to go through some like 2025 reflections and 2026 goals. This is definitely going to feel like FaceTime with a friend. We're going to have a catch up because it has been such a busy few weeks. In fact, it's been a busy year. It's been amazing on so many levels. I look back at the year and I just cannot fathom some of the things that we did, places we traveled to, the brands I got to work with, the way that Benj and I have been able to make working together work. I've just passed 1 year with my management company and that's going really well. I have an amazing manager, amazing team. I feel really good in myself, in my body, in my health journey, my habits that I've been working on. My friendships have really like solidified this year. I've made some lovely new friends and I just feel like I'm at a really good place. This year has definitely had its moments. As I grow and more people, you know, find my channel, there's always going to be more criticism and new challenges that I have to face each year. But ultimately, I think because I'm getting older, more mature, I'm learning more, and I know myself more, I'm finding it easier to tackle those harder things. Does that make sense? Because I've got more experience and I just care a lot less about what people think about me. Ultimately, if I'm a good person and I'm doing a good job and I keep showing up and I have gratitude for the life and job that I do, then really that's kind of what it all comes down to. And that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching. In summary, 2025 has been amazing. Like, it has been really great. And looking back, I think obviously travel has been our biggest pillar. It's been what we've made most of our content on. Travel is such a massive dream of mine, being able to go new places, see new things and return to the places we love and film and document them. And ultimately, I want to keep producing fun vlogs that you enjoy watching. YouTube just released a YouTube recap where you can see like which creators you've watched the most this year and how many of their videos you've seen. And so many of you tagged me on Instagram. I wish I could have reshared them all. There were some people that had watched 200 or 300 or 400 videos of mine, and I think I've uploaded about 60 or 70 this year. So I just want to say thank you so much for all your support, because I love YouTube so much. This is my #1 platform. This is the place I spend most of my time, not only as a creator but as a viewer as well. Sorry, I've parked in an area where there's literally 100 spaces free and someone wants to come park right next to me. Okay, they're leaving a gap. Honestly, yeah, I love YouTube. I've always loved YouTube. I keep hearing a lot of people saying, oh, long form is having a resurgence, like people are coming back to YouTube, and I just think, I never left. I love it here. I love making vlogs so much. Honestly, if it wasn't my job, I would still make videos because they bring me so much joy. And I started this channel when I was 17. I'm going to be 32 next year and I'll be celebrating 15 years online, and I'm almost at 150,000 subscribers, and I just feel so grateful for this lovely community and support and space that we have in this corner of the internet. So just a big thank you for watching, supporting me, whether this is your first video or your 100th, or you've been here for 1 year or 10 years or even the full 15. Honestly, wow, thank you. It does mean a lot to me. Sometimes I can't even fathom that I'm still here doing this. So travel has been a massive part of the channel this year and will continue to be next year. So let's talk a little bit about that. The ones that are immediately coming up next, the ones that we loved the most this year, and the ones that we're planning on hopefully doing next year. So what's coming up is Disneyland Paris and skiing. Our final two, well, trips. They are the same trip, but final 2 adventures of the year. We're going to be filming both. You may or may not know, but we go skiing for Christmas every year. It's a tradition that my parents started with me when I was a little girl. We have had traditional Christmases at home. We also do still celebrate with family and friends. We just do it early or late. But our actual Christmas day to us is about being on the slopes. There's something so magical magical about being on the snow and in the mountains. It feels like pure escapism. And although we're working and we are going to be filming, we'll have a lot of downtime. We're going to have time to read books, and I can't wait to get on a pair of skis again. I just love it so much. It's such an amazing sport and brings me so much joy. Last year we drove to Val Thorens in France, loved it. And a couple of years ago we went to Tignes, which is another lovely ski resort. So when we were looking at where we wanted to go, we looked back at some of the places we loved, and that one just kept coming up. So we booked a beautiful hotel which has a lovely spa. It's almost ski in, ski out. We've got half board. We're staying for just over a week and I'm really looking forward to it. Last year we did drive down to the slopes, and it's quite a big drive to do in one go, in one day. So when we were looking at a map on where we wanted to stop to break up the journey, we realised that we're going straight past Disneyland Paris and we have annual passes. So we've booked the Davy Crockett Ranch, which is Disney's cheapest property. It's actually slightly off-site and you have to drive to and from the parks when you stay there. It's like a campground with like little cabins. It's so cute, and they've recently refurbished some of them. So I thought it'd be quite nice to show you something a bit different, and I thought it'd feel quite cozy. We're only there for a couple of nights, but I just wanted to see some of the festive like decorations and lights. I feel so Christmassy at Disneyland Paris. But there's something so nice about seeing the different seasons, and being an annual pass holder, I made it a bit of a mini mission to see if I could do all 4 seasons. And so far we've done the summer, we did Halloween, and we'll be able to tick off Christmas, and then we are going to be going back for spring to do World of Frozen. So I'm really excited to sneak in Christmas, but only because it has worked out in our already planned trip to go skiing, right? So Disneyland Paris for a few days, skiing for just over a week. The whole trip is about 10 days long. We come home just before New Year's, and then we're hosting some friends for New Year's Eve that are from the Netherlands that we made on our Disney cruise, and I actually had dinner with them in Prague. So they are new friends of ours that we absolutely adore, and we can't wait to celebrate and spend time with them. Yeah, that'll be lovely. So that's our Christmas plans and New Year. In terms of our other travels, this year we have done 15 trips, which is mind-blowing. Obviously this is our job, and a lot of those were all work trips. We had 2 private personal holidays that we didn't film, but everything else pretty much has been documented, or there's a vlog of it in some capacity. I feel so grateful, so grateful that we've been able to travel so much this year. I think I did like 21 or 22 flights, because Ireland I flew out and then we drove home, so it was like an odd number in the end. So I think it was 21. I do try and offset my carbon footprint by planting lots of trees. I use an app called Tree App, and I've nearly planted 1,000 trees on there, which is wild. I'll leave that link below if you're interested in checking that out. The highlights for me this year in terms of travel were definitely Canada. Banff was by far one of the best destinations I've ever visited. I think it might even be my #1. I absolutely loved it, and so did Benji. It brought us so much joy. It ticked so many boxes for us. I just felt really connected to Banff. Like, I loved it there so much. Can't wait to go back at some point. Can't wait to go in the winter at some point, and would love to ski around there as well. So Banff was definitely my favorite destination. Obviously the Rocky Mountaineer train, incredible. Going to the opening of Epic Universe like a month before it officially opened, that was just so cool. And then obviously going back with Benji recently, celebrating his birthday and seeing his reaction to everything. We've loved our theme park trips this year. Going to Phantasialand, obviously becoming annual pass holders at Disneyland Paris, and Paris as well as a city. I loved doing that with Benj. There were so many great moments. I would absolutely love to hear what your favorite vlog was this year, or your favorite moment in a vlog, or just like what has been your highlight from being a viewer of this channel. Like, what have you loved? What stood out to you? So I really love hearing things like that. But next year we do have some goals, so I've written them down. We would love to potentially go back to Canada in some capacity. Maybe I'm looking at Toronto or Montreal, or like somewhere over that side. If anyone has any great recommendations for where we should go next in Canada, do let me know. I just fell in love with Canada. I really want to do more, so that's on my list. We'd also like to potentially attend an F1 race. We were lucky enough to go to Silverstone for the qualifying this year, but I would love to do a whole weekend and go somewhere international. Don't know where, don't know which one yet. We've got like 20 odd races to pick from. We do want to continue our European theme park series that we started. So we went to Phantasialand this year, and next year we're looking at maybe Efteling and staying in the new hotel that's like inside the park. Europa Park is also very high on our list, so it might be one of those. But with our friends that live in the Netherlands, we're thinking we could time in driving maybe and seeing them, so we're going to see how that works out. We'd like to go on another cruise. We're looking at Princess Cruises. We were meant to do something with them this year, but it just didn't line up with our already current plans. And I also would love to do a Virgin Voyages cruise because they're adults only, and we really loved our time on board. We did one night on board and we loved it. Then we've also been invited skiing, so although we're going for Christmas, we've just had an invite through to go on a big press trip to Georgia. I didn't even know you could ski in Georgia, but you can. We're looking at doing that at the end of January. I don't know if I'm going to vlog it or not. Would you like to see that? I don't know if some of you watch the ski vlogs because you also love skiing, or whether you don't ski and you've never skied but you just watch our travel vlogs anyway. So we'll see, because we will be with a big group for that, so it will feel and look very different. I wanted to reflect on the channel a little bit, YouTube and Instagram. I feel like this has maybe been our best year for our vlogs. This is our 68th vlog, so by the time we finished Disneyland Paris and skiing, we would have made 70 videos this year. And just looking at them all, I'm so proud of the content that we've been able to put out and what variety we've had as well. Although there's been lots of travel, there's been loads of home vlogs. We redecorated and decluttered. We had some shopping in there, beach days, catch-ups like this. Oh my gosh, it's been one of my favorite years for my vlogs. We worked with 21 brand partners who, sorry, there's loads of children in school uniform walking around my car, and they can see I'm vlogging and they're pointing out and they're coming near the car. All those kids gave me the chance to finish my tiffin. They were so loud and on like 10 bikes. The youth of today. I'm such a grandma. Anyway, what was I saying? Hang on, have I got tiffin in my teeth? Yes, brands. So I've worked on almost 50 individual campaigns across Instagram and YouTube with 21 brand partners, which is absolutely insane. Like, I'm so grateful for all the brands that have chosen to work with us this year. We actually decline quite a lot of things. We're very selective, and a lot of our brand partners are repeats, things that you've seen before. We love working with HelloFresh, Airalo eSims, Big Potato Games, Dermatica for my skincare, Story toothbrushes. We also started working with TUI this year, who are a dream brand. We worked with Amazon Kindle, which was so cool to promote that because you all know how much I adore my Kindle. We worked with Garnier this year, Princess Cruises, Avios, Get Your Guide. There have been so many amazing brands. The brand partnerships are so important to allow us to sustain, you know, all the travels and adventures and things to keep this channel interesting so we can keep creating content. Their support in me means a lot, but you supporting my vlogs that have ads in, watching them and commenting and liking a video or clicking on a link, all of that, it does mean a lot to me, because as a creator, I've chosen not to have any of my content behind a paywall. It's always been free. I don't have a channel membership here on this page, and I don't use Patreon, but obviously that works for so many creators, and lots of my friends do have those kind of things. But for me personally, I really rely and appreciate the brand partners that we have, and I'm very excited because I've already locked in 3 of some of my favorite brands I love working with for 2026, so that's exciting. And brand partners sometimes really push me out my comfort zone to do things that I maybe hadn't planned for or didn't know would be possible, so that's been cool. Really proud of the channel, really proud of my business and the support. I've literally just passed my 1 year with my management team, who I appreciate so very much. My manager Gemma is an actual gem, and she works so hard, and I have my coach Laura, who I check in with monthly, and obviously Benji is a huge part of the business, and motorbikes. I honestly couldn't do things without Benj anymore, and I know some of you still don't quite get what Benji does, but he essentially allows me more time to be editing, so I don't have to outsource to an editor. I choose to still have full control over all of that. So many of your favorite content creators have somebody that replies to the comments, that edits the videos, that manages their social media. I still do it all because it brings me joy, and I know that my job is not necessarily physically hard work, but it is still hard work, and to me, I still like seeing the process through from start to finish. I like filming and editing and scheduling, replying to your comments and making thumbnails. Like, all of that to me is my job. And yes, outsourcing does free me up more time to do more things, but instead I don't do TikTok, for example, because I'd rather not spread myself too thinly, and I know I love YouTube and that's where I want to be, and I also love Instagram, so that's just the strategy I have chosen. Every year I do pinch myself that this is still my job and I'm still doing this, and the 17-year-old me, if she could see that nearly 32-year-old me has documented her whole adult life on YouTube, I think she would squeal and be like, what? We did it? We did it? Apart from work and travels, I have also been focusing on my personal development, my healthy habits, ways that I can make those 1% improvements, because those margins make a big difference. You all know over the last year and watching the home vlogs that things like drinking enough water, focusing on my sleep routine, moving my body in a way that feels good and right to me, like our treadmill, and eating better and being more intentional with my food. I feel more in control of my food is the best way to word it, I think. I eat very intuitively. I don't want to talk too heavily about my body, diet, or my relationship with food, because it's very deeply personal and that's just not this video. But all I was going to say is that I've made some really, really great changes this year that I'm so proud of. It all genuinely comes back to those little improvements. Even the fact we get into bed at like 9 o'clock and we read for an hour in bed, it makes such a difference, because then I sleep better, which, by the way, last night, sorry, slightly off, I slept for 10 hours and 10 minutes. I'm actually going to put my Oura ring here to show you. 10 hours. I was so tired. I just had 2 days in London, literally just got back from Prague, and I honestly felt like I hadn't really stopped. So it's no wonder my body clearly needed the rest. But wow, I'd never seen it that high. Also this year, something I've been really focusing on is what makes me me. When you think of Brogan, what do you think of when you think of me? Because I think of like the fact I love collecting pins, I love colouring, I love Formula One now, theatre, reading, being at the beach, obviously travelling. Like, these are all the things that I think make me who I am. I've really tried to lean into hobbies and downtime, and how can I spend less time on my phone, because I do love watching YouTube, and I do love scrolling, and I do love consuming content, especially as I make content. I love watching everything, but I also am aware that too much screen time is not good for me. I love being outside in nature, I love going on a walk, I love being by the sea. And this year, I've really just tried to lean into those things. Reading, I've managed to do 27 books so far this year. My goal was 30. Whether I'll hit that or not, it doesn't really matter. It was like I did 25 last year, I think, or 24. I think I did 24 books in 2024. I think I was going to set 25 and I upped it to 30. Honestly, it's just a loose reading goal. As long as I'm reading books, that's really all that matters. And I have my Bookstagram over on Instagram if you want to follow me over there. But I really loved getting my head in a book. That's just been so wonderful. I'm actually going to do a roundup of my top favourite 5 books that I gave 5 stars to. So if you want to see that, you can go and check that out on my Bookstagram page. I will say I just finished reading a book called Broken Country. I'll show you it here. I had it on my Kindle and I had the physical copy, and it was so gripping. It was a historical fiction, and it was a blend of a romance and a thriller. So really, really gripping. Set in Dorset on a farm. Loved it. Really loved it. We didn't see as many theatre shows this year. We did do 2 Broadway, 5 West End and 1 tour. I think my favourite show was The Great Gatsby. Sadly not on right now. I hope they bring it back. To me, that was such a good show. I also really loved The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. I thought that was beautiful, very stripped back. It's very much why I love theatre so much, but all of the cast was so talented and they all played different instruments. It was really good. I also loved Maybe Happy Ending, which we saw in New York on Broadway, but I really hope to see more theatre next year. I really want to go and see Paddington. That's very high on my list, but they've extended it for another year, so I have plenty of time, but I will go and see that at some point. Goals wise, it's a lot of travel, as we talked about, continuing reading, self-care. I've got some finance goals. We're looking to save towards potentially moving house at some point, maybe not next year, but probably the year after. So next year will be all about getting our savings pot to a place where we have enough for all the moving and legal fees and solicitors, all that jazz. So that's what we're kind of working on as a couple. Benji and I also sit down and do goals together. We make vision boards together. We have individual goals and then goals that we want to achieve together. And our together goals do blend a little bit with the work, business, career side too, because obviously everything is linked. But we'll do that on our drive down to France, I think, because we'll have hours and hours in the car. Another goal I have for next year is I want to focus on my style. I feel like I've lost my sense of my personal style, my fashion. I don't really know what I like. As my body has fluctuated and changed over the years, a lot of my clothes are currently too big for me. Even my like coats, and I had to buy new jeans in a smaller size, and although that is lovely, I have in the process lost what I actually like to wear because my body has changed. So when I was a bigger size, I liked different things. I found myself feeling more confident in my body, not only like how it feels to move and what I eat and all of that jazz, but actually like showing up. And I got measured for a proper bra this year and I know my size, and even that small thing has helped like literally lift my girls, but lift my confidence. It means I've also had my swimwear has got the actual size I should be, but I feel like I don't have outfits. This is my problem. Like, I know I love t-shirts and shorts in the summer, I have a nice pair of jeans, I have like nice pieces, but I don't have outfits that I can go, oh yeah, that and that goes together. I feel like in the winter my style is literally just leggings and sweatshirts. I mean, that's what I'm in today, a pair of leggings and this Walt Disney World jumper, but that is a goal I want to work on. The other thing I was just going to touch on is a lot of you asked us about how we got on with the dogs. Benji's mum went to Australia for a month and we looked after her 2 Springer Spaniels, Bo and Kira. I'll show you them on screen. Obviously you've seen them in some of the vlogs recently. They have been so lovely to care for. We had them for a whole month. In fact, tomorrow is our last day that we have them. We give them back, and it has been a learning, an eye-opener, because Benj and I were certainly craving another dog, and honestly we so could have had another one straight after Bonnie passed last year, but we chose to not jump into it because I didn't feel ready. I just felt like I could never replace Bonnie, even though I totally understand why people do that and feel they want to like fill that hole, but also because we knew we wanted to travel a lot and I didn't want to have to lean on our family members to support us, even though they would. And I know my mum has said like she'd happily, you know, help us out when we do get another dog, and my brother wants a dog too, so I feel like if we maybe align at the same sort of time, then he can help us and we can help him, whatever. But having Bo and Kira has massively reminded us of how much it takes to care for a dog, how much they change your life, how much work it is, and obviously so rewarding because you love them like they're your own child. But having 2 dogs, it was more of a mission than we maybe anticipated, because you're constantly worried, and I don't know if we worry more because they're not our dogs, right? So the pressure's even more because we're like, oh my god, we have to make sure we get them back in like they're absolutely fine. But it's worrying about like, have they both eaten, have they both done a poo, when did they last wee, did Kira wee, did Bo wee, like have they had enough playtime, is their bed comfy, should we bath them, and should we do one at a time? And it's just been so much extra work having 2. Also, they're Springer Spaniels. Bonnie was a Cocker Spaniel. She was a working Cocker, but she was older. And the Springers, they're firstly, they're young. Both of them are under the age of 6, but they're also, is in the name, Springer. They're more energetic. So they bark at things, they play fight together. And I was getting a little bit tapped out by the noise of them because Bonnie was just the most darling girl. She would sit and chill and be at my feet, and she'd sit in a pub with us, and she didn't like walking in the rain. She didn't like puddles. She just liked a very peaceful life in her old age, bless her. So I realise now that dog ownership and the lifestyle that comes with having a dog can look very different depending on the age, how many dogs, and what breed you have. It has been a bit of a learning for Benji and I, just to think about what we actually want. I think we would definitely end up with another Cocker Spaniel though, honestly. We just feel like Cocker Spaniel people. Ultimately, a lot of you asked if we would have another dog. Yes, of course we would. We would absolutely love another one, but under the circumstances of having the time to be able to have another one, train one, whether we got a puppy or whether we rehomed or adopted again, and 2, making sure our family were ready and committed to be able to support us. And I mean my mother-in-law, my mum and my brother. If we had at least more than 1 or 2 places that we could take our dog to when we travel, then that would mean that we could still sustain the lifestyle we have and want. And we'd want to do that really early on because Bonnie was so used to going to my mum's, it was never a problem. She actually loved it there. It was like a second home to her, so I never felt like it was disruptive for her to move from one house to the other. So it's a lot to consider with the lifestyle we want to have, but also the love we want to give, and we have so much time ahead of us to have another dog, so we'll see. But yes, we do want another one. It has been lovely having them, but also a reminder of how much work. It's been interesting. Can you see I'm like steaming up the car in here? Oh dear. Also, the sun is fully setting now. I think that's everything I want to talk about in terms of goals and the year and what's ahead. But I also just want to talk a little bit about January and what to expect, because I am taking a small break. I'm not actually going to be fully offline, but I'm basically reducing my workload because I'm still filming and editing right through to the end of the year now and the beginning of January. I'm not really taking a week or 2 weeks off for Christmas and New Year. I am still working, which obviously, like I've mentioned before, doesn't always feel like work when we get to go on adventures. And skiing, we're hoping to have some downtime as well as filming, but I'm still filming content and posting on stories and replying to DMs and picking things up. So I basically decided a few months ago that I wanted January to be quieter. I also have been a really rubbish friend. I've not been available to so many of my girlfriends to go for lunch or dinner. I've said to everybody that I'm free in January, so my friend Adam said that we should hang out for the day, so I'm going to organise that. My friend Charlie's coming to stay for a weekend. I'm flying to Ireland with Benji to go and visit our friends Bianca and Mark because they're having a baby. I'm also going on a reading retreat in Cornwall, which I'm going to talk about once it's passed, but I'm really looking forward to that. The WhatsApp group that they've created has got everyone in there now, and we've all shared like where we're from and what books we love reading, and seems like I'm going to make some lovely new friends, which I'm looking forward to. And I want to watch a lot of TV. I want to rewatch Bridgerton, Beast Games season 2. Loved Mr. Beast's games on Amazon. We've got Traitors on New Year's Day. The Taylor Swift documentary came out today, so I want to watch that. And Emily in Paris also comes out over Christmas. So lots of TV. Obviously I want to do a lot of reading, and January is just going to be like my reset month. I still am working. It's not like I'm taking a whole month off. I haven't had an extended break on my YouTube channel in the whole 15 years almost that I've been online. I've only ever taken 1 or 2 weeks off of vlogs going up. Even when I got married and our honeymoon, I still posted in real time, and so it will feel really strange for me, but I know that I'm going to really value and appreciate that time off. So if you do still want to catch up with me, I will be posting very lightly on Instagram, a couple of photos here and there, and sharing stuff on stories when I feel like it. But the goal is to try and like reduce my screen time, reduce my workload, so that I can have a really exciting rest of the year. So I know all of you understand and you'll have 2 massive travel vlogs to enjoy, which I'm assuming will be an hour long each anyway. And any vlogs that you've missed this year, I mean 70 videos is a lot to catch up with if you haven't seen all of our content. Benji's just texted me, he's made sausage rolls. Look at those. Oh my god, they look amazing. Oh, I can't wait. I think we might be having those for dinner. This is technically not the last vlog of the year, but the last one before Christmas. So thank you so much for all your support. Thank you for watching this catch up. I hope you have a lovely Christmas if you celebrate it, or whatever you do over the festive period. And yeah, we'll be back with the next one in Disneyland Paris. So we'll see you again then. Thank you so much, and I wish you all the best. Mwah. Bye.